Good morning. I'm Dr. Jamie Sutherell, Associate Dean for Student Affairs at St. Louis University School of Medicine. I would like to welcome you to the 53rd Annual Pre-Commencement. Reverend Robert Murphy of the Society of Jesus and Campus Ministry for St. Louis University will give the invocation. Please stay standing.
Members of the class of 2018, I want to take this opportunity to give you the gift of one last examination before you graduate. Now, before you get upset or nervous, please know that it will not take long and there are no wrong answers. See, because it's not an exam, it's the examen, one of the core spiritual exercises of St. Ignatius. In fact, it's so important that he recommends that if a Jesuit could do no other prayer on a particular day, that he should do this prayer. And at the core of the examen is gratitude, something that we can all appreciate at this occasion, for there is much to be thankful for. So let us all take a moment of silence and think of the things that we are most grateful for in this moment. Next, in our own way, let us give thanks to God. And finally, with all this in mind, let us think about what we ought to do for God and for others. And now that we've completed our examen, let us pray. Good and gracious God, we thank you for the wisdom and knowledge that these students have received through their degree program at St. Louis University. We ask that you bless them and all gathered here by sending down your Spirit so that we can live for your greater glory and be men and women for and with others. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen.
Thank you, Father Murphy. Please be seated. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Dr. Kevin Behrens, Vice President for Medical Affairs and Dean of St. Louis University School of Medicine. Dr. Behrens.
Thank you, Dr. Sutherell. Students, faculty, friends, and family, welcome to this remarkable celebration in which we bestow the degree of Doctorate of Medicine to 176 deserving students. Today, students, you will gain acceptance into a profession that offers a lifelong learning opportunity and continuously gives back to those that have earned the degree. Each journey will be unique, but nearly all will be marked by the responsibility to deliver the safest and most compassionate care to those we serve. You are entering a life of service to your patients by committing to a dynamic profession that will test your resolve to keep pace with new developments. On behalf of your patients, you will energetically meet these challenges to adapt and become an even better physician. You will constantly learn because you value ingenuity, that insatiable desire to continuously acquire problem-solving knowledge. As you go forth in your careers, it's imperative that you remain inquisitive. You have spent your entire academic life asking questions and learning daily. Today, the conferring of the doctorate degree of medicine obligates each of us to continue to ask questions and challenge the status quo. Importantly, I trust that each of you will be leaders in your medical communities by working closely with colleagues and patients to improve the health of your community. Medicine is a team sport that demands professional engagement with numerous colleagues who will depend on your collaborative spirit. Today, you will deservedly celebrate your accomplishments, but tomorrow, take some time to reflect on your achievements and the characteristics that brought you here today. Know that these values that you hold dearly will serve your patients well. Go forth in a wonderful career that will allow the greatest service to your patients and repay you many-fold for your dedication as a physician. I offer my personal congratulations to each of you and welcome you to the St. Louis University community at any time. Thank you. Now it's my great pleasure to introduce our guest speaker, Dr. L.D. Britt, a proud native of Suffolk, Virginia, who has strong Southern roots and is the product of the public school system. He attended the University of Virginia, was named to the Dean's List each of the 8 semesters, and earned a baccalaureate degree of arts with distinction. Dr. L.D. Britt, a graduate of Harvard Medical School and Harvard School of Public Health, is the Brickhouse Professor and Chairman of the Department of Surgery at Eastern Virginia Medical School. He is the author of more than 220 peer-reviewed publications, more than 50 book chapters, and non-peer-reviewed articles, and 3 books, including the recent edition of the highly touted Acute Care Surgery, a discipline he forged. He serves on numerous editorial boards and serves as a reviewer for the New England Journal of Medicine. Dr. Britt, a member of Alpha Omega Alpha, is the recipient of the nation's highest teaching award in medicine, the Robert J. Glazier Distinguished Teaching Award, which is given by the Association of American Medical Colleges in conjunction with the Alpha Omega Alpha Award. He was honored by the Association of Surgical Education with its Lifetime Achievement Award, the Distinguished Educator Award, given annually to one person considered by his peers to be a true master. More than 190 institutions throughout the world have invited him to be their distinguished visiting professor. Dr. Britt is the past president of the Society of Surgical Chairs, the Southeastern Surgical Congress, the Halsted Society, the Southern Surgical Association, the American Association for the Surgery of Trauma, the American Surgical Associations, and the American College of Surgeons. Dr. Britt is the past chairman of the Board of Regents of the American College of Surgeons. At the inaugural presidential ceremony held in Washington, D.C. during the 96th Annual Clinical Congress of the American College of Surgeons, Dr. Britt was awarded the U.S. Surgeon General's Medallion by the Honorable Regina Benjamin for his outstanding achievements in medicine. Dr. Britt was also appointed to the Robert Wood Johnson Clinical Scholar Program National Advisory Committee. The National Library of Medicine of the National Institutes of Medicine featured Dr. Britt for his contributions to academic surgery. President George W. Bush recognized Dr. Britt's leadership role in medicine and nominated him to the Board of Regents of the Uniformed Services University, an appointment confirmed by the United States Senate. At the end of his tenure as a regent, Dr. Britt was awarded the coveted Distinguished Service Medal. The National Board of Medical Examiners also awarded him the Edith J. Leavitt Distinguished Service Award. As an active participant in the community, Dr. Britt has received numerous awards for public service. He is the recipient of the 2010 Colgate-Darden Citizen of the Year Award and the 2011 Martin Luther King Jr. Community Award. The Atlanta Post recently highlighted him as one of the top 21 black doctors in America, Ebony magazine recently listed him as one of the most influential African Americans in the nation. He was conferred an honorary doctorate degree by the president of Tuskegee University. Dr. Britt was also elected to the position of Commissioner of the Joint Commission, formerly JCO. In 2012, he was conferred an honorary fellowship in the French Academy of Surgery and the Colleges of Medicine in South Africa. Having recently been awarded an honorary fellowship in the Royal College of Surgeons of Glasgow, Dr. Britt now has the distinction of receiving the highest honor given by each of the 4 royal colleges in the United Kingdom: England, Edinburgh, Ireland, and Glasgow. In 2015, Virginia Governor Terry McAuliffe appointed Dr. Britt to the Board of Visitors of the University of Virginia. In the spring of 2016, Dr. Britt was awarded the Urban League of Hampton Roads Professor Marion Capps Memorial Award for his accomplishments in community service through education. At the 148th commencement at Howard University, Dr. Britt was conferred an honorary degree, Doctor of Science. His co-honorees included President Barack Obama, activist and award-winning actor Cicely Tyson, and Ambassador Dawson. On October 1st, 2016, Dr. Britt was elected to the National Academy of Medicine, formerly the Institute of Medicine. He is the first and only faculty member from his institution to receive this distinction, considered one of the highest honors in the field of health and medicine. In addition, Dr. Britt was recently awarded as a principal investigator a multi-million-dollar NIH R01 research grant for to study surgical disparities in care. Please welcome this most accomplished surgeon, educator, colleague, and my friend, Dr. L.D. Britt.
Well, Dr. Burns, or Dean Burns, let me thank you. Well, today I'm just glad to be here. Let me add my voice to the chorus commending each of you on this unparalleled accomplishment. Irrespective of what metric or measure will be used to gauge or calibrate the significance of this achievement, this is a major milestone. Congratulations. This is your day. While many of you will be embarking on the next phase of your preparation, graduate medical education, let me disabuse you of any illusion that you have regarding your impact as being a young professional on society. You will have an impact. In fact, Sir William Osler stated, and Sir William Osler, for those who don't know, is probably one of the best philosophers and physicians, stated that with some notable exceptions, the vitalizing work of the world is usually initiated between the ages of 25 and 40. In other words, Sir William Osler was referring to you. I can tell you that my productive years are over. I'm not in the clubhouse, but I'm on the back nine. But you're on the front nine. With the mounting challenges facing healthcare throughout this nation, new leaders, you, are needed. I have publicly said, and I will say this again today, the healthcare industry needs a Steve Jobs, Apple fame, to overhaul this profession. As Steve Jobs overhauled and changed the acquisition of information and utilization of information, the American healthcare system is desperate for a similar overhaul. We need to totally overhaul it. And that's not going to come from me, it's going to come from you. With their combined efforts and resources, along with the revenue of almost $500 billion and over 1 million employees in their workforce, I believe that Warren Buffett of Berkshire Hathaway fame, Jeff Bezos of Amazon fame, Jamie Dimon of J.P. Morgan Chase, the country's largest bank, will likely initiate this Steve Jobs effect. As a result of clinical waste, administrative complexity, excessive expenditures and prices, along with fraud and abuse, which accounts for 40% of all the total expenditures in healthcare, This system begs to be overhauled with enhanced efficiency, and they have committed to do this without a profit. For those in the audience who might be reflecting or whispering to themselves that, yes, but we have the best health care in the world, well, let me disabuse you of such a misconception. For N equals the population, not for you, but for N equals the population, the United States is ranked 68th for health and wellness. It has been underscored that life expectancy of the United States citizen is the lowest of all the industrialized countries. Surprisingly, what is needed is not more financial capital. Let me emphasize again that the fact that our $1 trillion, and there's no other legal $1 trillion industry in America, our $1 trillion healthcare industry in the United States does not need an infusion of more money. This is notably one of the few problems that more dollars will not solve. What is needed is new leadership. What is needed is your vision, your direction, your leadership. In this world today, we're not short on celebrities. Every time I turn around, I see a celebrity. However, we are short on leaders. Each one of you being recognized today will need to be the leader in your workplace, at your medical facility, in your community, in your state, in your nation. So I'm charging you today. What is needed is someone graduating today, somebody out there to be a visionary, someone who can design and implement strategies to solve the big problems. Roberta Costa wrote the book Watchmen Rattle. She said that this country has lost its ability to solve big problems. I disagree with that. But it's not going to come from me. It's going to come from young minds, the minds that I'm looking at today. Those who die prematurely, and I was mentioning this just a few minutes ago, about an hour ago, only 10% who die prematurely is due to health care. 80% is due to other problems, social determinants. So we have an even bigger problem to solve. Leadership is purposeful theme of today, and should be your mantra today. Now, let me tell you some unique attributes that you should have. Arguably essential, but I'll let you determine that. You need to have an emphasis on quality. Nell Harper Lee, probably a name recognized by many in the room, maybe not the young people in the audience, wrote one of the most widely read books in the country, with some stating that it's second only to the Bible. I understand the culture today is driven by mass production and hour-to-hour branding, but this example highlights the importance of emphasis on quality, with commitment to a project and being responsive to the sacrifices required to achieve a goal. It took Nell Harper Lee an inordinate amount of time and effort to achieve excellence to make a lasting impact. Nell Harper Lee is the author of the book To Kill a Mockingbird, which is at the top of every literary list. She never wrote another book until close to her death, and I'm not sure about whether or not she actually wrote that book. If you're going to answer the call to leadership, each one of you will need to put in the time and effort in order to make that lasting impact, and emphasis on quality as opposed to quantity. The late Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes stated in addressing how you pursue your life's purpose, he stated that one should, which means you, hammer out as compact and solid of a piece of work as one can, try to make it first rate, and leave it unadvertised. And that's what you should do. Another attribute is the power of purpose and self-determination. It was 1995. The World Cup of Rugby was being held in Johannesburg, South Africa. A few years later, I visited that country. The championship match was between South Africa and the predicted winner, New Zealand. In fact, the New Zealand team was so heavily favored that there were concerns that the World Cup event would be an embarrassing rout. Even the South Africans knew that their team was simply outmanned. Unexpectedly, though, just prior to the game, the recently elected president, Nelson Mandela, walked onto the field with a team jersey, the captain's number. He greeted the opposing team and then challenged the South African squad. This obviously imposing figure electrified not only the team, but the entire nation. As he looked over the crowd, as I'm looking at you, he saw the now growing enthusiasm of the fans, and he stated that we will build this country together, and tonight we will start this effort by winning the cup. And they won the cup. The power of purpose and self-determination you cannot underestimate. Another attribute that you should have is the ability to go down that road less traveled, i.e. being an independent thinker. During the nationwide Tylenol scare, and some of you all might not have been born then, which emanated from a series of 7 deaths from ingesting Tylenol capsules that occurred in the Chicago metropolitan area in the fall of 1982. I was doing my residency at Cook County Hospital then. The CEO at that time of Johnson & Johnson, named James Burke, made a pivotal but unpopular decision. He decided to take all the Tylenol bottles off the shelves throughout the country and open the processing, marketing operations up to the FDA for them to come in and investigate all aspects of the company. A Harvard expert predicted that Johnson & Johnson would never get back their market share with such a move. Well, the CEO said, well, I'm going to still do it. He said, we are responsible for safety, the safety of our customers and the public, and that's part of our credo. His leadership directed the company to make this decision that resulted in a $100 million loss, but he knew he had to do it. However, the prediction of the experts never came true. It was found that the deaths were due to some sort of nefarious event, somebody stealing the capsules and then taking them home, putting cyanide in it, and obviously causing the deaths. He decided to go down that road less traveled. He did the right thing. And there will be a time that you have to go down that road less traveled. As you begin your journey, your basic GPS navigation should give you the same directions and guidance articulated by John Rockefeller. He said that every right, and you all will have a lot of rights, implies a responsibility. Every opportunity implies an obligation. Every possession, and you'll have a lot of possessions, implies a duty. And the lessons that you will learn, if you haven't already learned them, and should follow, I'm going to give it to you. There's an African proverb that says that tomorrow belongs to the person who prepares it today. So if you haven't prepared it today, you're not going to get it tomorrow. Know what it takes for you to be prepared. It takes different timelines. Be aware of the need to avoid distractions. Be diligent about staying out of harm's way. Know that you must make sacrifices. There is no quick fix. Resist being motivated by money and material possessions. That will come, but don't be possessed by it. Continue to work to simplify your life. You do not need to make your life more complex. Embrace having core values and never deviate from them. And recognize that success is not being wealthy. That's not success. Success is being of value. And remember that your first wealth, if you want to talk about wealth, your first wealth is your health. You lose that, you lose everything. All of this is important because all of your effort and focus will be needed to address the greatest challenge facing this nation. It's not the economy. The economy will correct itself. It's not military campaigns. The greatest challenge facing this nation is the widening healthcare disparities. We have become tolerant of who has possessions, who doesn't have possessions. That's fine. Who has a big home, who doesn't have a big home. But we can never become tolerant who has medical attention, clean water. So some things we cannot be tolerant of. And that's why this is such a worsening problem as far as healthcare disparities. Martin Luther King stated that our lives begin, I want you to hear this, our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. So if you're silent about things that matter, your life is beginning to end. It was 1519. And I said this a couple hours ago. He had 600 men. He had 16 horses and 11 boats. And I'm talking about Hernan Cortez when he landed on the New World, which was Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico, but he didn't know that. He was going up against the most unbelievable army called the Aztec army, 60,000 strong. He made the best military decision ever made, in my opinion. When his 600 men landed, and he knew he was going against an army that had never lost a war in 400 years, he told his men, now go back and burn the boats, which meant that either we're going to win or we're going to perish. At some point, you're going to have to burn the boats. At some point, you're going to have to burn the boats. You're not going to have to look, there's not going to be an exit plan. And that will be your defining moment. So at this point, I'm going to stop. I want to congratulate you again. I commend you. I look forward to seeing you on your journey as I'm retired. Thank you.
Dr. Britt, thank you for those thought-provoking comments and the challenges you posed to our young graduates. At this time, I would like to introduce the members of the stage party. As I call your name, please stand. We'll hold the applause till the end. Father Robert Murphy, Campus Ministry. Dr. Gregory Smith, Assistant Dean, Student Affairs. Dr. William Carlson, National Alumni Board. Dr. Carol Brennan, National Alumni Board. Dr. Robert Wilmot, Vice Dean for Medical Affairs. Dr. James Wilmore, Associate Dean, Admissions. Dr. Jamie Sotherell, Associate Dean, Student Affairs. Dr. Michael Rayleigh, Associate Dean, Student Affairs and Diversity. Dr. Sarah Barnett, Learning Specialist in Medical Education. Father Dr. James Duffy, Associate Dean, Curricular Affairs. Dr. Joel Eisenberg, Associate Dean for Research. Dr. Julie Gammick, Associate Dean for Graduate Medical Education. Dr. Paul Hauptman, Assistant Dean for Clinical Translational Research. Dr. Robert Haney, Senior Associate Dean for Clinical Affairs. Dr. Jane McCowd, Associate Dean for Faculty Affairs and Professional Development. Dr. Chad Miller, Senior Associate Dean, Undergraduate Medical Education. Dr. Linda Morrison, Assistant Dean, Preclinical Curriculum. Dr. Deborah Schindler, Assistant Dean of Program Evaluation and Assessment. Please give these valuable leaders a round of applause. The individuals who lead our academic departments in the School of Medicine are our departmental chairs. Many of them are with us today, and I would like to introduce them at this time. Again, please stand and hold the applause. Dr. Salim Abdulrauf, Chair, Department of Neurosurgery. Dr. Justin Antisdale, Chair, Department of Otolaryngology. Dr. Oscar Cruz, Chair, Department of Ophthalmology. Dr. Enrico Teixeira, Chair, Department of Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. Dr. Deanne Glazer, Interim Chair, Department of Dermatology. Dr. Sean Goretsky, Interim Chair, Department of Neurology. Dr. Christine Jacobs, Interim Chair, Department of Family and Community Medicine. Dr. Don Jacobs, Chair, the Department of Surgery. Dr. Henry Nasrallah, Chair, Department of Psychiatry and Behavioral Neuroscience. Dr. Ravi Nayak, Interim Chair, Department of Internal Medicine. Dr. Howard Place, Interim Chair, Department of Orthopedic Surgery. Dr. William Wold, Chair, Department of Molecular Microbiology and Immunobiology. I want to thank these valuable leaders for their contributions to your education. Thank you so much. Following a similar format, I would like to introduce the holders of the endowed chairs and professorships. Please stand and be recognized. Dr. Justin Antisdale, holder of the Donald and Marlene Jerome Chair in Otolaryngology, Head and Neck Surgery. Dr. Oscar Cruz, holder of the Anwar Shaw Endowed Chair in Ophthalmology. Dr. Enrico Teixeira, Chair, the Alice A. Doisy Endowed Professor in Biochemistry. Dr. Mark Dykewitz, the Raymond and Alberta Slavin Endowed Professorship in Allergy and Immunology. Dr. Don Jacobs, Chair of Surgery, holder of the C. Rollins Hanlon Chair in Surgery. Dr. Bruce Kramer, the Lisa and Vasu Pagrandi Family Professorship in Plastic Surgery. Dr. Michael J. Lim, the Jack Ford Shelby Professorship in Cardiology. Dr. Henry Nasrallah, the holder of the Sidney W. Sowers Endowed Chair in Neurology. Dr. Ravi Nayak, holder of the James B. and Ethel D. Miller Chair in Internal Medicine. Dr. Howard Place, holder of the Richard J. Kemme Professorship in the Department of Orthopedic Surgery. Dr. Kenneth Schoengert, the Wick Sullivan Chair in Pediatric Medicine. Dr. Robert Wilmot, the holder of the Immuno Chair in Pediatric Research. Again, let's thank these leaders for their valuable contributions.
You ready? So at this time, we will proceed with the vesting of tomorrow's graduates with their doctoral hoods. The color or colors with which the hood is constructed indicate two things. The satin lining is that of the college or university which granted the wearer's degree. For example, St. Louis University is known by the blue chevron on a field of white. The velvet edging signifies the field of study of the faculty granting the degree. Dark blue, the Doctor of Philosophy degree, and green represents a Faculty of Medicine. For the recipients of Doctor of Medicine, I will announce the specialty they have selected and the location of their advanced training. You will find the honors and awards earned by each student listed in the program. Students wearing green and gold cords are those who are members of Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society. Dr. Chad Miller and Dr. Deborah Schindler will place the hoods. Dr. Gregory Smith will present gifts from the Alumni Association. To all I ask, please hold your applause, your attaboys, your whoop-whoops, until everybody has been introduced and given their hoods. Dr. Behrens and Dr. Britt, if you want to stand over here. Miller and Schindler. Farood Faraji, Otolaryngology, University of California, San Diego. Farood is also receiving a PhD degree, Department of Biochemistry and Molecular Biology here at St. Louis University School of Medicine, along with his work at the Laboratory of Cancer Biology and Genetics, the National Cancer Institute, National Institutes of Health. His mentor has been Dr. Kent W. Hunter. His thesis was Heritable Predisposition to Breast Cancer Metastasis from Mouse Genetics to Molecular Mechanisms of Disease. Emily Adamson, Family Medicine, University of California, San Francisco. Kaylee Adrian, Pediatrics, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Sean Tafarian, Neurology, University of South Alabama in Mobile. Asad Akhtar, Neurologic Surgery, the Ohio State University in Columbus. Suhita Alluri, Internal Medicine, Medical College of Wisconsin in Milwaukee. Emily Alvey, Pathology, Anatomic and Clinical, Emory University in Atlanta, Georgia. Patricia Amarato, Obstetrics and Gynecology, University of Arkansas in Little Rock. Apurva Anandan, Internal Medicine, Case Western Reserve University in Cleveland, Ohio. Anne Marie Anderson, Pediatrics, Washington University in St. Louis. James Arpen, Emergency Medicine, University of Missouri, Kansas City. Brooke Asemoda, Child Neurology, University of Tennessee in Memphis. Tayaba Azar, Ophthalmology, University of Minnesota in Minneapolis. Michael Baltus Jr., Family Medicine, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Cameron Barr, Emergency Medicine, University of California in Davis, Sacramento. Brigham Barzy, Emergency Medicine, Mayo Clinic, Rochester, Minnesota. Kenneth Bazidlo, Family Medicine, Williamsport Hospital, Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Jeffrey Beck, Anesthesiology, University of Arizona in Tucson. Michael Beckman, Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation, University of California, Irvine in Irvine, California. Maximilian Bordillon, Internal Medicine, Boston University. Jack Buelter, Pediatrics, University of Louisville in Louisville, Kentucky. Zachary Burnett, Orthopedic Surgery, University of Virginia in Charlottesville. Daniel Burt, Psychiatry, San Antonio Military Medical Center in Texas. John Bushclaw, Family Medicine, Naval Hospital of Jacksonville in Jacksonville, Florida. Rosa Carbonell, Obstetrics and Gynecology, Oregon Health and Science University in Portland. Lauren Cardinal, Pediatrics, Case Western Reserve University in Cleveland, Ohio. Corinne Casino, Obstetrics and Gynecology, Present St. Joseph Hospital in Chicago, Illinois. Sai Chalapalli, otolaryngology, University of Texas in Houston. Kanika Chavla, general surgery, Southern Illinois University in Springfield, Illinois. Jennifer Chen, internal medicine, Kaiser Permanente, Santa Clara, California. Pinwen Chen, physical medicine and rehabilitation, Hospital of the University of Pennsylvania in Philadelphia. Ray E. Chin, radiation oncology, Washington University, St. Louis. Joshua Choi, internal medicine, Kettering Medical Center, Kettering, Ohio. Joseph Cumming, internal medicine, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Kathy Dye, neurology, Brown University, Providence, Rhode Island. Justin Day, pediatrics, Medical College of Wisconsin in Milwaukee. Jaron Dickey, emergency medicine, Baylor Scott and White in Temple, Texas. Mariah Dunbar, family medicine, St. Joseph's Regional Medical Center in Mishawaka, Indiana. Michael Eng, orthopedic surgery, Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles, California. Catherine Eschbacher, pathology, anatomic and clinical, Mayo Clinic, Rochester, Minnesota. Gregory Felock, emergency medicine, University of Pittsburgh in Pennsylvania. Scott Flewelling, diagnostic radiology, Washington University in St. Louis. Catherine Forster, general surgery, University of Kansas in Wichita. Emily Fretz, pediatrics, University of Michigan in Ann Arbor. Remy Gerg, internal medicine, Brown University in Providence, Rhode Island. Jonathan George attended Drury University and is also receiving a Master in Public Health degree. Melinda George, Obstetrics and Gynecology, St. Luke's University Hospital in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Kayla Germany, Orthopedic Surgery, Indiana University in Indianapolis. Lauren Germany, Orthopedic Surgery, University of Louisville in Louisville, Kentucky. Niharika Goparaju, Pediatrics, University of California, Irvine in Irvine, California. Amanda Grenowitz, Plastic Surgery, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Anthony Gersda, General Surgery, University of Louisville in Louisville, Kentucky. Angela Gupta, Internal Medicine, Case Western Reserve University in Cleveland, Ohio. Jonathan Gutzeit, Pediatrics, Medical College of Wisconsin in Milwaukee. Mackenzie Harms, Ophthalmology, University of Virginia in Charlottesville. Mia Harton, Pediatrics, University of Cincinnati in Cincinnati, Ohio. Andrew Hayden, Anesthesiology, University of Iowa in Iowa City. John Hefner, Family Medicine, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Jordan Hendrickson, Internal Medicine, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Jonathan Hankey, Internal Medicine, University of Kansas, Kansas City. Philip Henry, Psychiatry, Rush University in Chicago, Illinois. Daniel Higgins, Psychiatry, University of Virginia in Charlottesville. Andrew Hill, Diagnostic Radiology, University of Iowa in Iowa City. Laura Papehill, Internal Medicine, University of Iowa in Iowa City. Andrew Hopwood, Pediatrics, University of Florida in Gainesville. Catherine Hu, Ophthalmology, University of Utah, Salt Lake City. Lindsay Hunter, Pediatrics, University of California, San Francisco. Elise Huang, General Surgery, University of Illinois, St. Francis Medical Center in Peoria, Illinois. Carly Jacobs, General Surgery, University of Texas in Houston. Jayansho Jain, Internal Medicine, University of Iowa in Iowa City. Jeffrey J. Singham, Psychiatry, University of Louisville in Louisville, Kentucky. Ronald Jones, Neurology, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Raghav Julikanti, Internal Medicine, Mayo Clinic, Rochester, Minnesota. Daniel Cadis, Ophthalmology, Henry Ford Hospital, Detroit, Michigan. Brian Kang, Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation, Washington University in St. Louis. Harini Karanasiri, Obstetrics and Gynecology, Orlando Health in Florida. Hannah Kurtz, Obstetrics and Gynecology, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Christina Kim, Pediatrics, Northwestern University in Chicago, Illinois. Daniel Kim, Emergency Medicine, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Hannah Kim, Obstetrics and Gynecology, University of Texas Southwestern in Dallas. Yoon Cook Kim, Internal Medicine, University of Maryland in Baltimore. Daniel Kornfeld, Pediatrics, Children's Mercy Hospital in Kansas City, Missouri. Paige Laspada, Family Medicine, Kaiser Permanente, Orange County, California. Jennifer Clancy Laws, Pediatrics, Vanderbilt University, Nashville, Tennessee. Ashley Lee, Pediatrics, Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore, Maryland. Shelby Lee, Obstetrics and Gynecology, University of Iowa in Iowa City. Joanna Libby, Internal Medicine, Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, Los Angeles, California. Kendra Liburd, Pediatrics, Memorial Healthcare System in Hollywood, Florida. Jen Lunn, Family Medicine, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Ashley McGinnis, Dermatology, University of Iowa in Iowa City. Saloni Merotra, General Surgery, University of Buffalo in Buffalo, New York. Elliot Marin, Psychiatry, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Megan Miller, Pediatrics, University of Iowa in Iowa City. Nooper Sungvi Mistry, Internal Medicine, University of Chicago. Sachi Mistry, attended the University of Nebraska in Lincoln. Jennifer Mitchell, Obstetrics and Gynecology, University of Missouri in Columbia. John Monda, Family Medicine, Providence Sacred Heart Medical Center in Spokane, Washington. Sean Moore, General Surgery, Baylor University in Houston, Texas. Rusdeep Monday, Ophthalmology, University of Minnesota in Minneapolis. Praveen Nandamuru, Pediatrics, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Christopher Odenall, Family Medicine, Cox Medical Center, Springfield, Missouri. Ann O'Shea, General Surgery, San Antonio Military Medical Center in Texas. Eric Pang, Diagnostic Radiology, Washington University in St. Louis. Shivani Parikh, Obstetrics and Gynecology, Good Samaritan Hospital in Cincinnati, Ohio. Ashaki Patel, Dermatology, Medical College of Wisconsin in Milwaukee. Gayatri Patel, Pediatrics, University of Texas Southwestern in Dallas. Jay Patel, Anesthesiology, Georgetown University in Washington, D.C. Shiragi Patel, Anesthesiology, University of Chicago in Illinois. Ashley Peterson, Anesthesiology, Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota. Kathleen Pham, Interventional Radiology, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Georgie Phillip, Pediatrics, Loyola University in Maywood, Illinois. Kurt Pianing Jr., General Surgery, University of Illinois, St. Francis Medical Center in Peoria, Illinois. Haley Pierce, Obstetrics and Gynecology, University of Vermont in Burlington. John Pullman, Obstetrics and Gynecology, University of Wisconsin in Madison. Michael Pompliano, Orthopedic Surgery, Seton Hall University, South Orange, New Jersey. Alex Pizorski, Pediatrics, University of Pittsburgh in Pennsylvania. Christopher Pullum, Family Medicine, Mercy Hospital in St. Louis. Alexandra Ragsdale, Obstetrics and Gynecology, University of Texas Southwestern in Dallas. Erica Ramsey, Pediatrics, University of Louisville in Louisville, Kentucky. David Rashi, Anesthesiology, Washington University in St. Louis. Benjamin Reed, Internal Medicine, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Allison Renth, Obstetrics and Gynecology, University of Missouri in Kansas City. Matthew Roy, Anesthesiology, Vanderbilt University in Nashville, Tennessee. H. Mitchell Rosenberg, Obstetrics and Gynecology, Icahn School of Medicine at Mount Sinai, New York City. Lawrence Rudolph, Family Medicine, Mercy Hospital, St. Louis. Russell Salamo, Interventional Radiology, University of Southern California in Los Angeles. Carly Salter, Family Medicine, University of Wisconsin in Madison. Matthew Schroeder, Internal Medicine, University of Texas Southwestern in Dallas. Sri Krishna Sini, Anesthesiology, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Simi Sharma, Internal Medicine, Santa Clara Valley Medical Center in San Jose, California. Emily Siebert Metzinger, Pediatrics, University of Texas Southwestern in Dallas. Shivani Singh, Anesthesiology, University of Michigan in Ann Arbor. Jackson Sittenauer, Transitional Year, Walter Reed National Military Medical Center in Bethesda, Maryland. Dale Smith, Internal Medicine, University of Kansas in Kansas City. Jasmine Sue, Obstetrics and Gynecology, Indiana University, Indianapolis. Jonathan Sue, Pediatrics, University of California, Los Angeles. Curie Subramanian, Pediatrics, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Mary Elizabeth Sutherland, Family Medicine, Memorial Hospital and Healthcare Center, South Bend, Indiana. Jacob Spunar, Anesthesiology, University of Utah, Salt Lake City. Hai Tong Tai, Internal Medicine, Santa Clara Valley Medical Center, San Jose, California. Nitin Talam, Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation, Medical College of Wisconsin in Milwaukee. Brandon Tallman, Pediatrics, University of Illinois, St. Francis Medical Center in Peoria, Illinois. Samik Shataran, Pediatrics, University of Michigan in Ann Arbor. Marina Tawfik, Family Medicine, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Christopher Terrell, Diagnostic Radiology, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Ginger Thompson, Research Coordinator for the Department of Ophthalmology at the University of Maryland in Baltimore. Adam Thompson Harvey, Otolaryngology, Medical College of Wisconsin in Milwaukee. John Ting, attended St. Louis University. Ann Tran, Psychiatry, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Janavi Trevetti, Anesthesiology, Cleveland Clinic in Cleveland, Ohio. Nicholas Trottier, Internal Medicine, Naval Medical Center, San Diego, California. Lauren Turner, Family Medicine, Siouxland Medical Education Foundation in Sioux City, Iowa. Patrice Velo, Emergency Medicine, St. Louis University School of Medicine. Sandria Vernon, Emergency Medicine, University of Central Florida, Orlando. She's also receiving a Master in Public Health degree. Kenna Vias, General Surgery, Brown University, Providence, Rhode Island. Samuela Wagon, Internal Medicine, Lewis Gale Medical Center in Salem, Virginia. Amanda Waltos Heeger, Obstetrics and Gynecology, Mercy Hospital, St. Louis. Edward Wang, Internal Medicine, Thomas Jefferson University in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Alexis Weber, Preliminary Surgery, Albany Medical Center, Albany, New York. Teresa Wharton, Family Medicine, Valley Medical Center in Renton, Washington. Megan White, Internal Medicine, Washington University in St. Louis. Jordan Winigar, Transitional Year, Walter Reed National Military Medical Center in Bethesda, Maryland. Alexandra Wood, Child Neurology, Medical College of Wisconsin in Milwaukee. Eric Wu, Internal Medicine, Mercy Hospital, St. Louis. Perry Hsu, Urology, University of California, Irvine in Irvine, California. Kevin Yu, Internal Medicine, University of Texas in Houston. Amy Zavel, Dermatology, University of Missouri in Columbia. Amanda Zinger, Pediatrics, Children's Mercy Hospital, Kansas City, Missouri. Sharvina Zie, Internal Medicine, Olive View, University of California, Los Angeles. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct pleasure to present to you the St. Louis University School of Medicine class of 2018. It is now my pleasure to invite to the podium Drs. Carol Brennan and William Carlson from the National Alumni Board, who will welcome those who will be our newest alumni following tomorrow morning's graduation ceremony. Dr. William Carlson and Dr. Carol Brennan are both graduates of SLU's Medical School class of 1981. They've remained very active as alumni volunteers, helping to plan class reunions and keeping their classmates connected to the School of Medicine. They are loyal supporters of the School of Medicine and recently became founding members of SLU's National Alumni Board, serving as a representative voice for all medical alumni to the university. Dr. Carlson is a practicing orthopedic surgeon in Stuart, Florida, and Dr. Brennan is a pediatric hematologist-oncologist. Please join me in welcoming Drs. Brennan and Carlson.
On the right side. Okay. Okay. Let me get this down. Good morning, Dr. Burns, Dr. Britt, distinguished faculty, parents, spouses, families, and friends, and of course, the reason we are here today, the class of 2018. That was really exciting for us, by the way. We haven't seen that since 1981. We were honored and humbled to be asked to address you today as representatives of the thousands of men and women alumni of St. Louis University School of Medicine, many whose names are etched in the history of medicine and will be remembered long after ours are forgotten.
We congratulate you on successfully completing your medical education at St. Louis University. As Dr. Britt and others have said, it is truly a great accomplishment, and you and your family should all be very proud of this moment going forward. But it is a great responsibility, remember that. You've persevered through long days, sleepless nights, and weeks where you didn't know if it was day or night. Your journey has taken you from lecture halls and labs to hospitals and clinics here in St. Louis, and perhaps to distant cities and countries. Tomorrow you will receive your medical degree, but your lifelong journey of education as a physician is just beginning.
41 years ago, yeah, that's a long time, 2 kids came to St. Louis University for medical school, one from Chicago and the other from New Jersey. He wanted to be a pediatrician. She wanted to be a surgeon. 4 years later, they sat in an auditorium just up the road at their own pre-commencement ceremony. By the way, we also had Dr. Dykowitz and Dr. Maxwell in that auditorium. We were looking forward to our wedding a few weeks later and our own residency, his in orthopedic surgery and hers in pediatrics. That happens, you probably know that. Not only did we fall in love here, we grew to love this university and this city. Masses at the college church, study breaks at the art museum and zoo, ice skating in Forest Park, softball games and picnics at Tower Grove Park. We fed our bodies and our spirits at Amaghetti's, Humphreys, which we're very sad is no longer there, and Ted Drew's. In our classmates, we found lifelong friends with whom we've celebrated weddings, the birth of children, and now some grandchildren, milestone birthdays, World Series wins, and with whom we've mourned the loss of classmates and family members. We've returned to SLU every 5 years since our graduation to attend our medical school reunions and reconnect with those people and these places.
We hope you too will stay connected to St. Louis University and your classmates. Be sure to update your contact information with the alumni office as you move. That's my plug here. They gave us a script that we had to get some bullet points, so here you go. But it's important, it really is very important that they know where you are as you move around to your residencies, fellowships, and different practice opportunities. Attend your reunions. You won't regret it. You'll always find great reasons not to go. You're too busy, too far, the travel, too expensive, etc. We had one of our classmates came for his first reunion at our 25th anniversary, or our 25th reunion, and he said that he was sorry he hadn't come before. He didn't know how much fun it was and how many people he would see and how the memories back to when we were medical students came to life. Let's see. I know. I told her I wouldn't go off script, but I did. Okay, so the medical school reunions are important, as I said, and they now have changed it so that the reunions will coincide with the homecoming and family weekend, so you don't actually have to wait every 5 years. You can come as often as you like.
It's important to remember that none of us got to our graduation day with its promise of a bright future ahead, with the help of our families and others who went before us. As a private university, generous donors are crucial in making it possible for St. Louis University to provide its transformative Jesuit education, conduct cutting-edge research, and offer compassionate health care in order to serve a higher purpose and seek the greater good.
In our 4th year, with just a few months left for graduation, I had to ask the father of one of my friends for a personal loan. Without hesitating, he gave me a check and told me good luck. A few years later, I tried to repay him, and he would not take the money. He just basically told me to pay it forward. And for that reason, Carol and I have contributed financially to SLU through the years through our scholarship fund for the class of 1981, and more recently for the Brendan Carlson Endowed Scholarship.
Now, you certainly don't have to think about endowing a scholarship right now, when you probably have a mountain of student loans looming ahead of you. Nevertheless, we encourage you to start small, start soon, and make giving back to your alma mater a habit. At the very least, when those student callers call you, and they will track you down, please answer the phone and engage them for a few minutes. Let them update you on what's going on at St. Louis University. Again, on behalf of St. Louis University's medical alumni, congratulations on your accomplishments. May you be richly blessed in your personal and professional lives as you strive always to be, in the Jesuit tradition, men and women for others. Thank you.
I would like to invite the class co-presidents, Shivani Singh and Matthew Schroeder, who got the president shout out from all you students, to the stage to give the class farewell response.
Good afternoon. For all of you that don't know us, my name is Matt Schroeder, and this is Shivani Singh, and we are the co-presidents for the class of 2018. We'd like to extend another warm but rainy welcome to everyone traveling here to our beautiful campus of St. Louis University.
Before we get started, we'd like to first turn back the clock to before graduation, before match day, before rotations and board exams, to where we first began. A little shy of 4 years ago today, we sat down the street at College Church for our white coat ceremony. Then, like now, we are seated, surrounded by friends, family, and loved ones, with a mix of apprehension and excitement, ready to take the next step in our lives.
Since then, those white coats haven't quite maintained their brilliant white color. They've survived ink stains from pockets full of pens, coffee spills at the hospital cafeteria, and plenty of late-night trips to the washing machine. As we stand here, eager to exchange our short white coats for slightly fresher, slightly longer coats, let those old coats serve as a token of the journey that we've taken here together.
Much like those spills and stains, a lot of the last few years has been fairly unpredictable. There are, however, a few things that we've learned to count on.
You can usually count on a group down to play a game of sand volleyball on a sunny day.
You can count on Monday nights spent at ITAP and Wine Wednesdays at Whole Foods.
You can always count on a Greg's weather update before a big storm, and sometimes even a light drizzle.
You can count on a list of mysterious ailments all to strike the day after Mardi Gras.
You can count on Domino's Pizza being the official caterer for about 95% of lunch meetings.
And you can always count on the fourth-year students getting more sleep than the rest of the med school combined.
But really, most importantly, you can count on those sitting in this room here today.
Over the last 4 years, we have learned to count on one another. Though many of us will be starting new lives many miles away from St. Louis, we can take comfort in knowing that the dear friends that we've made along the way are only a call, text, or FaceTime away.
We can count on our educators, our faculty, and our staff here at the School of Medicine. Through our time here, they've always kept their doors open whenever we're in need. For that, we sincerely thank you.
Finally, we can count on you, our family, friends, and loved ones who have all gathered here with us, and those who have also been with us from afar. Your constant support over the last 4 years has been the driving force for all that we have accomplished, and for this, we thank you.
As we now become resident physicians, we're certain that we'll encounter more of the unexpected. But as we face those new and exciting challenges, we will continue to call upon you, friends, family, and now future colleagues, for your continued guidance and support. We look forward to forging the future ahead with all of you at our side.
Congratulations to the class of 2018, and good luck, team.
Thank you, Shivani and Matthew. We will now proceed with the recitation of the Hippocratic Oath. It is our tradition that graduating seniors choose the physician whom they would like to lead them in this pronouncement. They have chosen to invite Dr. Teresa Schwartz.
Will the graduating seniors and any physicians in the audience who would like to join them please stand? You will find the words of the Hippocratic Oath inside the cover of your program. Now being admitted to the profession of medicine and dedicating my life to service, upon my honor and before God, I freely make these promises. I will carry out that regimen which, according to my power and discernment, shall be for the benefit of my patients. I will keep them from harm and wrong. To none will I give a deadly drug, even if solicited, nor offer counsel to such an end. I will maintain the utmost respect for all human life. I will respect and show gratitude to my deserving teachers, and, in as far as reasonably I can, shall teach the science and art of medicine by precept, lecture, and other modes of instruction to those who are worthy. My own life and my professional practice I will keep guiltless and right. Even under threat, I will not use my knowledge contrary to moral law. I will keep silence regarding that which, within or without my practice, I shall see or hear in the lives of others which should not be made public, holding such things unsuitable to be spoken. When skill or knowledge greater than mine will benefit my patient, I will seek assistance or advice, nor will I refuse my aid or my counsel to other physicians. I will not permit considerations of race, religion, nationality, party politics, social standing, or financial circumstances to interfere with my attending my patient. I will maintain the honor and noble traditions of the medical profession and forward its highest ideals. As long as I shall keep these promises inviolate, may I continue the practice of my profession and be respected for all time. Shall I violate them, may the reverse be my lot.
Graduates, let us recognize those individuals who provided unconditional support through your journey and deserve our thanks for their unfailing guidance. Parents of the graduates, congratulations. It's been a remarkable journey to see your sons and daughters accomplish this prominent achievement. Many parents have watched you grow and mature into the professionals that you are today. You have indeed made them proud. The sacrifices have been many, and today the reward is great. So, parents, thank you. Spouses and children of graduates, you too have been an integral part of the career development. Few know the sacrifices of a medical student until you live with them day and night. Thank you for your constant love and support. Let us recognize them as they stand. Family members, brothers, sisters, friends who have been there for many of you in different ways, we too recognize you today. Thank you. Events such as this are the culmination of many efforts of individuals behind the scenes that are really ensuring every detail is accomplished. Those folks in the audience know who they are, so please stand and accept our sincere gratitude. Finally, faculty, you have devoted your careers to medical education, and the fruits of your labor are evident in this graduating class. You should be proud of your contributions. Please stand, faculty members and leaders, and receive our applause.
Please be seated. Would the School of Medicine chorus please come forward for the benediction? We come to the end. I would like to thank the Pre-Commencement Day Marshals, Dr. Thomas Westfall and Dr. Marilyn Maxwell, Mrs. Albert Concialdi and Regina Leaders, who coordinated today's ceremony. I would like to remind all about our pre-commencement luncheon that will be catered starting at 2 o'clock. Was supposed to be on the Doisy Research Center lawn. It will now be in the Education Union. Please stop by at 2 o'clock and get some lunch and hang out for a little bit. I ask you to please remain in your seats until the stage party, followed by faculty and graduates, have exited. God bless you and have a safe and remarkable journey. Thank you and good afternoon. Congratulations.